My name is Dr. Ben Webb. Welcome to the next lesson in Bite-Sized Brain Science. In this lesson we're going to learn about the different parts and functions of the nervous system. There are two subdivisions of the nervous system. The first is the central nervous system, which is made up of the brain and the spinal cord. The second is the peripheral nervous system, which consists of nerves that run throughout the body. Let's start by looking at the central nervous system. It controls most functions of the body and mind and consists of the brain and the spinal cord. We have covered the structure and functions of the brain in our last lesson. It's the centre of our thoughts, emotions and behaviour. It interprets the external environment through our senses and controls our movement with our bodies. The spinal cord's job is to transfer messages to and from the rest of the body. The spinal cord is also responsible for simple reflexes that don't really involve your brain, like quickly taking your hand away from a hot surface or flame so you don't get burnt. Now let's look at the peripheral nervous system. The job of the peripheral nervous system is to relay messages from the central nervous system to the rest of the body. It's made up of two parts, the somatic nervous system and the autonomic nervous system. Let's start by looking at the somatic nervous system. The somatic nervous system maintains communication between the central nervous system and the outside world. The somatic nervous system is made up of sensory receptors and nerves, which carry sensory signals from the body to the spinal cord and ultimately to the brain. It is also made up of motor pathways which allow the brain to control the movement of our body. So therefore, the role of the somatic nervous system as a whole is to carry sensory information from the outside world via our senses to the brain and provide voluntary muscle responses via the motor pathway to respond to the environment. When you click to start this video, your brain sent the motor command to your finger to click via the somatic nervous system. Now let's look at the other part of the peripheral nervous system, the autonomic nervous system, sometimes called the involuntary nervous system. The autonomic nervous system plays an important role in what is called homeostasis. Homeostasis maintains internal processes in our body like body temperature, heart rate, and blood pressure. Now, the autonomic nervous system also consists of motor pathways. It has two main components. We have the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system is typically involved in responses that prepare the body for what we call fight or flight. Impulses travel from the sympathetic nervous system to the organs of the body to help us prepare for action when we are faced with a dangerous situation. For example, our heart rate increases, blood pressure increases, breathing rate increases. Less important functions like digestion and salivation are slowed down. And this all helps us to prepare for the danger we are faced with. The role of the parasympathetic nervous system is the opposite, to relax the body or return it to its normal resting state. So consequently, the parasympathetic nervous system slows down our heart rate, lowers our blood pressure, and slows our breathing. It also increases or restarts any functions that were slowed down or stopped by the sympathetic nervous system. That is the nervous system. We've outlined the structure and function of the entire nervous system, and here is everything that you have learned for you to review. See you in the next lesson.